I'm Taylor, and this is a Tailor-Made World. If you're new here or you haven't done this yet, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when the next video drops. Today, we are making a two-part video. We are making Matcha Mochi Tempura Chicken, or as I like to call it, Tay-Fusion Chicken and Waffles. So, let's get started. So, the first thing we're going to start on is our batter for our waffles. What you're going to need is flour, sweet rice flour, 1 egg separated, butter that's been melted and cooled slightly. You don't want it to turn back into butter. Well, it's already butter, but you don't want it to chill completely. Buttermilk, yogurt, and salt, baking powder, baking soda, matcha powder, and sugar. You don't need a lot of sugar for this recipe because you're putting syrup on top of it. So let's get started. What you're first need to do is combine all your dry ingredients. So we're going to add in my flour. I like to start with the regular flour first. Your sweet rice flour, your sugar, your soda, baking powder, and salt. It's going to help get it a little bit crispy. I'm going to try to get out this extra baking soda because this helps it rise and get fluffy. Because we are making a waffle and you kind of want to incorporate as much air as you can so it's still nice and fluffy, but it has that crunch that everybody wants. Now your matcha, and now we are going to stir. I like mine extra matcha-y because I like matcha. It's kind of my thing. Stir, stir, stir. Now you can get your matcha powder and your sweet rice flour at a Asian market. I really like going to the Asian supermarket. It's where I can try a lot of Asian snacks, and it's when I get to spend over my budget. For a very good reason. So, now that this is all a nice even color, it's a nice light powdery green, I'm going to add in my wet ingredients. I start off with an egg yolk so I don't end up cooking it. You don't want to stir things right away. You want to mix it until it's just incorporated. Then I'm going to add in my melted butter on the other side of this so the egg yolk doesn't cook with the slight warmth of the butter. You can actually see a bit darker shaded green with this. I kind of like to get all the butter in here because I really like butter. And I don't really know who does. I don't really know a person in life who doesn't like butter, so I'm going to leave the ingredients amount in the description box below. There we go. That's the majority of the butter out. Because I don't think you guys want to see me doing a whole video of me just scooping out butter. Now I'm going to add in my buttermilk. You can just pour that anywhere. I prefer not to pour on top of the butter because it's going to kind of chill the butter faster. Now I'm going to add in my yogurt. I'm using vanilla Greek. It has a little bit of sugar in it, which kind of helps sweeten the batter a little bit more, which is nice, and it kind of adds a nice little milkiness to the addition of the sweet rice flour. Now, if you don't want to, you don't have to use buttermilk and Greek yogurt, because, you know, you may be sitting on the toilet. But it's good. Either way, it's still good. So, now that we have our Greek yogurt out, we're going to stir this until just combined, and then we're going to incorporate our egg white. You want to separate it because it's going to make it light and fluffier if you stir it at the end. I really enjoy mixing this because it's kind of fun. you can see the edge of burst and then see that yellow and that green. It's kind of like a burst of color mixed with the color of the white. Now remember, this is going to get thick with 2 Ks. So this is going to get real thick. So make sure you have enough arm power. Okay, so now that I have it until it's just incorporated, we're going to add in our egg white. Now also adding this until just incorporated, because you don't want to take out any of the air. So I kind of like to slight fold this kind of. It kind of helps incorporate more air and makes it nice and light. So right now it is kind of scraped on the sides a little bit. You want it to be just incorporated, but you kind of want everything to be marinated together. You want them to get married. Okay, now that it's just incorporated, we're going to put this in our waffle iron. Okay, so now that I have my waffle iron preheated and the batter's done, I'm going to preheat it to 3 to where it's nice and hot, to where we get a nice crunchy, well, majority crispy. We'll tell you the definition between crunchy and crispy next time. But we're going to take a scoop and a half of batter. So kind of let it drip off a little bit. Bring it over and pour. You can hear it sizzle. And then I'm going to take half a scoop. Yeah, that's enough. And pour that on as well. I'm going to close my waffle iron. It's going to drip a little bit of batter, but it's fine. Have something underneath it so it can catch that extra batter. But hey, when it's done, you're going to have extra crispiness, which is good. It's really good. It's like a waffle chip kind of. It makes you think of waffle fries, and this is not like chewy like the normal mochi is. It's really soft, tender, and delicious, so you gotta try this. Okay, so now that you have it to the color you want, or to where it looks like it's gonna be the crispiest for you, we're gonna check it on. We're gonna open up our waffle maker. Nice color, nice color. And now we're gonna take it out. This waffle is looking so good and looks prepared to eat. Tune in next week for part 2 when we're making the Tempura Chicken. This week's shout out goes to my sweetie, also known as the owner of Natural Mystic. See you next time. Peace out, YouTube.